The Premier League fixtures for the 2018-19 season are out, and we're here to look through them game by game and talk you through a few of the main points for the up-and-coming season. And it all kicks off in just 58 days' time, on Saturday the 11th of August, when we travel to Dean Court to take on AFC Bournemouth. Of course, that being the first game of the season, it's away. Our first home game of the season comes on Saturday the 18th of August, when we welcome Newcastle United. And that will be a game that new signing Josh Murphy will no doubt be looking forward to, as he'll be coming up against his twin brother Jacob, who signed for the Magpies last summer. We'll be moving on then to an away game against Huddersfield Town on Saturday the 25th of August. Moving on to September. And it's a big month. September will be a fantastic month for Cardiff City. 3 of the top 6 teams in there, starting on September the 1st, when we welcome Arsenal to Cardiff City Stadium. We're then away to Chelsea on the 15th, and then on the 22nd of September, we'll be welcoming Manchester City, who are, of course, the current Premier League champions, to the Welsh capital. Now, we need no reminder what happened the last time they visited us in the league. It finished 3-2, of course, courtesy of 2 goals from Fraser Campbell and 1 from Aaron Gunnarsson, who we wish the very best of luck to out in Russia this summer. He and the Icelandic team will be kicking off their World Cup campaign on Saturday against Argentina, so good luck to Gunners. And then we will be closing out September on the 29th at home against Burnley. Moving on to October. On the 6th, we're travelling away and we face Tottenham Hotspur before we welcome Fulham to Cardiff City Stadium on Saturday the 20th. Fulham, of course, joining us in the Premier League this season after being promoted, after winning the playoff finals. And then we're away at Anfield on Saturday the 27th of October. Moving on to November, Leicester City at home first for us, and that's on the 3rd of November. The following week then, we are at home again, back-to-back home games for Cardiff City as we welcome Brighton and Hove Albion. And then we'll see November out away at Goodison Park against Everton on November the 24th. Moving on to December, which is a very busy month for the Bluebirds. We're at home first to Wolves. Of course, they won the Sky Bet Championship last season, so that'll be a good game, no doubt. That's on December the 1st. Away then to West Ham, at home to Southampton, away to Watford, and then we head into the festive week there. Manchester United will be coming to the Welsh capital on the 22nd of December. That game ended 2 apiece the last time they visited us. And then on Boxing Day, we'll be travelling to Crystal Palace, where Neil Warnock will be taking on one of his former clubs. We then see 2018 out against Leicester City away. January the 1st, then, we are home to Tottenham Hotspur. I imagine there'll be a few rough heads there in the stadium, but nonetheless, Tottenham will be our first game of 2019 before Huddersfield Town then come to Cardiff City Stadium on January the 12th. Away to Newcastle United, which will be our longest journey for our travelling supporters. I believe we're looking at 638 miles as a round trip up to Newcastle. That's on January the 19th. And then we close January on the 29th against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Moving on to February. Home game against AFC Bournemouth to open the month on the 2nd. Away then to Southampton. And then we're home to Watford on Saturday the 23rd before we close February out at home against Everton. Into March, away at Wolves. Home to West Ham United then the following weekend. Away to Brighton and Hove Albion on Saturday the 16th before we welcome Chelsea to Cardiff on Saturday the 30th of March. Moving on to April, we are heading up to the Etihad Stadium on Saturday the 6th to take on Man City. Again, we're away the following weekend against Burnley before we welcome Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool to Cardiff on Saturday the 20th, and then we close April out away to Fulham at Craven Cottage. And then our final 2 games of the season come in May, just the 2 games in May. We're home first to Crystal Palace on Saturday the 4th. And what a way to close out our first season back in the Premier League. then at Manchester United at Old Trafford on Sunday, the 12th of May. So that's the lineup for the season. Some great games to look out for. We've got some key dates to put in your diaries. And of course, if you haven't yet got your season ticket, you've got 58 days to make sure you're in there before the start of the season on the 11th of August. We'll see you then.